Good morning and welcome to today's edition of the London Session Open. Today is October 9th, 2019. My name is Alejandro Zambrano, Global Chief Market Strategist with ATFX. We're going to take a look at the markets and we're going to primarily focus on the technicals. I do know that Fed Chair Powell yesterday spoke, talked about adding uh, money or add to their balance sheet to help the money markets or that are having issues with liquidity. Some people call that QE, some people just call it a liquidity injection. Powell does not call it QE. It's kind of interesting to see what happens or how people interpret everything. I can tell you though, from the market's perspective, hasn't been too much of a reaction in the market. Going forward here now, what's the outlook for the euro? Well, the outlook for the euro has not actually changed. We said to be bullish above the October 3rd low and the 109.38 level, and you can see the price number traded below that level. So the price remains bullish for now, but you can clearly see how the price is creating a bit of a base here. And if we do trade below here, then we can probably head lower to something like 108.78. GBP versus the USD, that short position we talked about now has reached its take profit level that it was to sell here. We reached this level already on October 3rd, which was Thursday last week. And then I've been saying if we swing back up to the upside, people will sell. We're now at that profit target level. I do think, however, in the long run, we will probably trade lower because as you can see, the overall trend is bearish. RSI as well is not really hit oversold levels. And I think we can probably go for another 100 pip. Now what I would do here, if you didn't book some profits already, I would definitely book half of everything, and then I would reduce the trend funding level here. You can always book everything, right? But I would definitely, if you don't want to book anything, I would still book 50%. Going forward then, what's the outlook here then? Well, I think let's get rid of this. Let's just leave it here so we remember. If we look at this today, I think that will be sufficient. So if we spike up to 123, I think people are going to trade from 123 with a stop just about 124.22, and then they're going to target the same levels like that. And then eventually, I think 121, which is down here. Dollar versus the Japanese yen. So, these just to be bearish. I lowered this sell zone yesterday. Actually, it's been around the same sell zone. I mean, we talked about selling here, selling up here, and I think if we go up to 107.49, this market is probably gonna roll over from here, go down. I think eventually we'll be trading close to 105.82. If we look at US oil, the trend remains neutral. If you look here on the daily chart, you can see how the trend is, price is clearly sort of bouncing off. There's 1, 2, 3 lows here around 50.59 or 50.59, and we're now having a hard retest. So which yesterday, so we probably gonna go up like that, but we could also go down, and that was my preference, and I'm gonna stick with that. I think if we go down something like 51, let me do this one instead. Here, which is this level is 52.17, so very easy to reach. And I think some people might look to buy here. Just remember, this is a sideways market. It's probably these pure flat sideways trading patterns is definitely not my cup of tea. This is a bit difficult, I think, to trade. Gold. All right, so gold moved up to the sell zone. Let's see if we actually touched the sell zone. I missed the sell zone with like a few cents. Push this down a bit like that to 1508.97, and I think let's just remain bearish. The price moved down a bit as I thought. I thought though that it was gonna move down a bit more and then maybe do something. See what happens over the next few days, but clearly in some sort of consolidation phase. This sort of patterns, and usually they are also bullish. The fact that the market struggles so much to trade lower is an indication that this is maybe just a corrective move, like a consolidation, and then we could probably trade upwards. All right, S&P 500. Look at that. We talked about the market rolling over from these levels yesterday, which it did, and we pretty much had to take profit here, unless my memory serves me badly. You see, I do more than just one update a day. Let me check. Yes, so this is what you're looking at here is a print screen of yesterday's video, published October 8th, and you can see the S&P was up here in the sell zone, and the idea was, I said, we're gonna have some profit taking the price down here, and that's where we are right now. The question is, will we bounce from here? Well, I'm a bit skeptical to this. Yesterday I was very tempted to buy things like the Dow Jones, because we have this, which is the October 4th low. It's the level just before the non-farm payrolls, and the price was really close to trading to that level, and I said, okay, maybe I should buy the Dow Jones. But at the same time, I was looking at the S&P 500, and the price has clearly established itself below this blue upward trending trend line, and sort of the level that had the trend line has mattered more for the market has been these upward sloping move here. So I think, I'm not saying it could easily bounce here, I think so, but looking at how the price is turning lower this morning as the London session opens gives me a bit of an indication that we could actually, and probably will, try to trade down to 28.73, maybe 28.66, and maybe down here around these lows where we meet this trend line. It might actually be a good opportunity to buy a bit of the S&P 500, if not the Dow. You have this low here, and it's nothing wrong potentially just testing this area out. That's what I'm thinking as well. I did a little update on Investing Cube yesterday, and let me see if I can load that. See if it's still here. Yes, it's still here. So we have what's called the Fear and Greed Index, right? And the Fear and Greed Index is this one. This is a combination of a bunch of indicators that CNN has done, which is really good because a lot of people look at these indicators individually. The fact that they did it doesn't matter. The fact that it works, that's what matters. And when we had that big slide in August, we hit these lows, which are similar to these lows, and we're about to reach these levels. So a lot of these indicators are not necessarily based on price. It's the VIX, it's the ratio between call and puts, it's the demand for junk bonds, it's the demand for safe haven. It's all of these indicators plus a few more. I think there's 7 in total, and that gives us this very nice index. And again, it sort of suggested down here somewhere. That's where one should look to turn bullish. So again, if the S&P tumbles all the way back down here, I think that's an interesting scenario. As for the German DAX, the German DAX here is also bearish, and it turned around perfectly from that sell zone, and the market hasn't necessarily reached profit target. It's actually quite stable today, so we'll see what happens. But Um, yeah, I think probably I would not buy here. You can definitely lower the trend defining level to this level here. I think by looking at this, you get that upward trend line realistically. Down here is people want to buy. Also, I didn't tell you about the S&P 500. We can just lower now the trend defining level to this high here. This is our new trend defining level, and I think that you know if we would have a 50% correction, that would take you to 29.22. From that level, if you really want to sell, if you think this attack for the second attack, that would be the preferred entry level. Okay, this concludes today's market update. As you probably noticed, we're not doing them live anymore, and the reason for that is that I want to do them nice and early in the morning, so I have time to do the video plus do the articles, which I start to publish from about 9:30 a.m. You can keep track of me by clicking on About and Investing Cube Orders. You can also just come to the homepage and read the content that I produce as well. My colleagues Eno and Nicholas. As well, this little video here, you know why it's not working? It's not working because this page is too popular that we have exceeded our quota with YouTube. So that's why this has not been working for about a week, because we have requested more of a quota, because they don't allow you to load the same thing many times, and because this little video is on literally all the pages, we exceed the quota very, very quickly. So the best thing is just to as always, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. There's a little bell button, so when you subscribe, then click on the bell button. When we upload something, you get a notification of that. That's the best thing. That makes sure that you actually get notifications about the video. As well, if you haven't really watched, if you don't know about my Twitter feed, then ensure that you follow me. You have this, which is my Twitter name, which is AlexFX00. If you follow me here, I got my contact details, and I will usually publish when I have uploaded a video, and anything else I'm doing for that matter. As well, to get notifications of all the Investing Cube articles, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or Telegram. We send out same content throughout all the different channels. All right, have a beautiful day, and congratulations if you traded on stocks. I hope to see you guys tomorrow same time. Thank you so much, and bye bye.